So the survival quest is in a week. I'm really looking forward to it. Being alone in nature for a few days and having very little brought in with me, that really appeals. It makes me feel like I'm, more than before, I'm going to be really part of what's going on, rather than just sort of going in there with my packed lunch and just sort of visiting for a while. What I mean to say is that I've practiced the skills, and I've practiced them kind of like, rather than being cramming them, I've kind of done it over a period of time, as well as the time of the course, but also just anyway. I found myself mucking around with this stuff, not seriously, and certainly not on the basis of any training, just sort of self-taught. So I don't feel like I'm kind of cramming in skills at the last minute, which is a nice feeling. I still haven't tried natural cordage on a bow drill. Go try. Now I understand that that there are things that might not work, but I'm also aware that it's my attitude to that really matters.
Hello, I'm Chloe. In a week's time we're going to be out in the wilds of Scotland, and I keep swinging from finding the thought of it really exciting to finding it really overwhelming. Yesterday I made a promise to myself to only engage in things when I'm feeling in a more positive state of mind, because I think with the quest looming, I've been focusing on the end goal all the time, about being ready for the quest, being ready for that, and being really hard on myself if things aren't ready or I'm not ready. But actually what I really want to do, and what I've learned in the weeks building up to this, is that the process is really important, and I want to try and enjoy the process of everything I'm doing. I also think it's going to be a really incredible opportunity to practice the things that we've been doing here over the last year. Process. Yeah, it's going to be huge and give us vast opportunity to meet ourselves. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's an adventure looming, a really big one, a big adventure and a really big challenge, probably the biggest challenge that I have ever put myself up for. Spending 4 days alone with 3 items, having to build my own shelter, find my own food, find my own water, hopefully make fire, feels like a huge task, but one that I'm really ready to take on and really ready to embrace, and I'm really excited to see what happens and see what I learn and what I discover and what I'm like on the other side of it and how different I feel.
I'm pretty excited about the survival quest coming up. Spiritually, I feel pretty good about it. I'm ready to trust in the universe and see what it provides. So far, since our training's begun, it's kind of always given me kind of what I needed. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting experience to kind of go deeper on a whole new spiritual level and pull in the physical and see how some of the emotional stuff kind of reacts in that situation. It's going to be an interesting time, and I'm really, really excited about the quest, kind of, which has probably overtaken some of the lack of knowledge and kind of weak points that I still need to work on, but I'm sure they'll evolve naturally, and trusting the process, being where I need to be at the right time, and kind of observing awareness skills that we've been practicing over the last few months. I'm really excited to get on and see what happens.
I was fairly confident about the survival quest before this weekend, but now that I've been practicing all the things that I need to practice, I'm a bit worried. But as long as I can make a shelter and make it thick enough and waterproof enough, then I think I'll be okay. My bow drill skills seem to have departed, which is a bit of a concern. This weekend has highlighted how cack-handed I am, and the more cack-handed I am, the more frustrated I get, and the more frustrated I get, the more cack-handed I am. It's a terrible spiral. Other times I have learnt through this course how to approach the exercises in a playful way and to enjoy them and to invest in my losses, as will be echoing in my head Ben Kenobi style over the next week. But I'm still looking forward to the quest. I'm looking forward to the peace and quiet and no phones and the purity of the wilderness. That was the big draw for me.